awesome atmosphere at the Yum Center where more than 10,000 are expected for a stripe out. Anaya Hardy gets the start for Louisville, and she wins the tap. The sophomore leading scorer for this Cardinals team at 7-2 overall, 1-0 in the ACC, and there is a lob to Hardy to start her first career start. See the starters for the Gamecocks. Tajianna Roberts, 17 a game, 19 a game for Joyce Edwards. She was money with that baseline jumper against Duke last week. See the starters for Louisville. You've got Roberts and Siegler, the top two scorers, and McKinley Randolph, sophomore forward who this year has moved into the starting lineup. Tessa Johnson, known for her outside shot, 47% from three, second best so far in the SEC. Shot clock now beneath 10 for South Carolina. Raven Johnson, the fifth-year senior point guard, left it short, and a good block out by Istanbulluoglu.
It was great defense. Siegler switching out onto the perimeter, but finishing with a box out and rebound is huge against South Carolina.
How about the rip and drive from Istanbulluoglu? 6'3" junior from Turkey, first year as a starter. Quickly back the other way. Tessa Johnson gets the roll, and she is a real X factor. See what she did against Texas. She was so productive in the first half. That was last week in Vegas for South Carolina, who was battle-tested there. Roberts, the long runner, and gets the friendly roll.
It was a good challenge for Taj Roberts and helped prepare her to face South Carolina.
Hardy goes to the bench for Louisville, and Reyna Scott comes off the bench, and Istanbulluoglu, another drive on the big South Carolina front court. Transition, Edwards moves it, lets in the catch and release. Left it short, offensive rebound, Tessa Johnson, and the stick back. They love when she is aggressive and not deferring. Edwards underneath, Okot, another offensive rebound, maintained her footing for two.
Started playing basketball at 17, but very naturally gifted.
And now 4 years of college, and you saw 6 double-doubles. How about this start from Elif Istanbulluoglu?
Has been getting to the rim, spent time with the Turkish national team this summer. The staff thinks that gave her a lot of confidence. And speaking of confidence,
Taj Roberts being hawked by stud defender and Raven Johnson. Around the screen, long two, got it to go.
That mid-range, but she's also a capable shooter behind the screen. We could see South Carolina adjust.
Okot, good hands underneath, and that is part of the upside that is so tantalizing about her.
Great hands, but also great find from Raven Johnson, leading Okot to the basket, put the ball right where it needed to be.
Mid-range for Reyna Scott, and how about this offensive start on both sides? 16 all, 6 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Okot, 6'6" senior from Kenya, draws a foul.
Showing her potential. Such a high ceiling, puts the ball on the floor. Interesting here, Coach Staley telling her team to go into this zone defense, try and limit the paint touches that were happening early.
Shot fake, Scott hangs and heads in the mid-range. She's out on Raven Johnson. Edwards for Latson. Back to Edwards, so smooth in the mid-range. Here's Siegler. She's been a leader for Louisville. Good backdoor cut from Roberts. Shot clock winding down. Buries it. Pick and pop, Siegler. Can't connect from deep. Hardy soars for the offensive rebound and stick back.
That's the advantage of having Laura Siegler be able to knock down the three, because it pulls Madina Okot away from the basket.
And then Jones the strip. And the lay-in. Edwards the catch from Raven Johnson. About a 13.5-second difference between game and shot clocks here at the end of the first quarter. Good catch from Okot, who got the seal on Hardy. A high-scoring affair in this first as Edwards poked it away from Scott. Joyce Edwards lays it in.
Exciting first quarter. And how about Joyce Edwards? Active hands defensively, pressuring the ball, and then getting the finish to get some momentum.
The kick. Scott with the shot clock winding down. Off the bounce. Bakes it in!
Offensive affair. This was great defense from South Carolina. Just better offense.
And now Tajianna Roberts, scoreless so far. She only took 2 shots, both in the first. Raven Johnson knocks it down.
Because a score like that, you just expect her to figure it out. You expect her to find the rim because she's such an elite scorer.
Trying to hang with Roberts in the mid-range, like you mentioned earlier. In the portal, Tajianna was so clear she wanted to be a better pro. Against the zone, Isla McDowell, the freshman, knocks it down.
But everyone contributing while Tajianna hasn't found her shot.
Istanbulluoglu buries the three. She's got 10. But within a possession here against zone again from the Gamecocks. The skip to Roberts. She sticks the three. 3 to go until halftime. Latson in transition. Playing off 2 feet with a fall away, and she gets the roll. First points for Tajianna Latson.
Aren't able to do, and it limits them at the next level. In the WNBA, you have to be able to do that.
Michael Vopel's got Okot 10th in the mock draft so far. Raven Johnson in transition. Pull up pop for 2 more. And Jeff Walz wants a timeout after it was 37-all. Shot clock winding down. Elif Istanbulluoglu. Fall away against Okot, and that falls as well. She's got a dozen.
Elif Istanbulluoglu has been excellent. 5 of 7 from the field. This is such a tough shot. Feels the pressure from Tessa Johnson.
Latson backdoor on Randolph. Backed it out for Raven Johnson. Looking for somewhere to go, and she gets it to go. And I know you want to see for Louisville, can they put together 2 halves like this? Can they do 40 minutes as Latson scores the start? And big possessions early on in the third for Louisville. Tajianna Roberts had 9 points, 3 assists in the first half. Raven Johnson had the block. Siegler trying to get going, too strong.
Louisville was outscored 20-6 in the third quarter against Kentucky, and the game got away from them.
And just like this, 5 immediately from Tajianna Latson.
Tajianna said she's more aware defensively. Competes harder on that side.
Good compete on the offensive glass for Louisville, and a much-needed triple falls for Taj Roberts.
Nice job by Istanbulluoglu going straight up on defense.
Drop off Roberts. Cans another! Hard hedge from Istanbulluoglu. Edwards was met there by Roberts defensively. Skylar Jones on the Euro, lays it in.
This was the defense earlier, and Skylar Jones getting out in transition. Defense leading to offense.
Skylar Jones, she comes up empty on both, and so South Carolina stays up by 3. Latson left alone. Couldn't make Louisville pay, but Okot can. Skylar Jones, 1 of 4 from the stripe on consecutive trips. Okot got the seal on Istanbulluoglu. She has been outstanding after transferring in from Mississippi State, 14 and 11 per game. The seas parted for Reyna Scott.
Little hesitation, gets the defense off balance, and then goes up to finish. No help side.
Driving dish for Reyna Scott. Hesitation. Playing off 2 feet. Tough turnaround, no. Offensive rebound. Skylar Jones with the stick back.
South Carolina is known for them. Louisville has 10 so far in the game.
Tessa Johnson with a silencer for South Carolina. How big has she been tonight for the Gamecocks? Skylar Jones carving out space with 2 more. Biggest win, of course, this season. One of 3 ranked teams in the ACC. They've played a tough schedule so far. Roberts in the mid-range. Around the corner. Backing down Barry. The kick for Edwards. She knocks it down. Joyce Edwards' first made 3 of her career. Jones and Barry, the 5 on the floor for Jeff Walz. Scott with the lob. Hardy, she's in there for those types of lobs. Raven Johnson turns it over. Amari Berry at the horn to finish the third.
Athlete smooth and showing competitive edge on the defensive end. Active hands, gets the steal, gets the layup. It's a 1-point game going to the floor. Louisville's hit open shots, they've hit contested shots. They have played with a level of confidence that we've yet to see from Louisville for a full 40 minutes.
Reyna Scott Wide open around the corner. Big roll for Anaya Hardy. First career start. Edwards in transition. That rolled out. Berry snatched it on the baseline. The Cards run. Berry in transition. Jones wants it. She's got it! Louisville runs with Scott. Berry on the drive. Can't lay it in. Tessa Johnson clears it for South Carolina. Back running with Latson. Underneath to Okot. Turns it back on Okot. She's got the mismatch. Gives it up to Istanbulluoglu. Scott drives on Okot. Can't finish with the left hand. Tessa Johnson for the lead. Knocks it down!
Johnson has been incredible tonight. This is her 4th 3 of the game. Defenders.
Istanbulluoglu left alone. Tessa Johnson cannot answer.
And this is what Jeff Walz talks about, his big's ability to hit the 3. Defensive miscommunication.
Edwards left her. Istanbulluoglu spotted it. Back out for Roberts. Sticks the 3! Raven Johnson pushes. Finds the trailer in Okot, and it's a 1-point game.
I've seen that a couple of times in transition.
And now Scott probed into the mid-range and gets rolling.
Great find by Raven Johnson, the possession before this, and then Reyna Scott comes right back down the floor.
See the 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and she has played 35 minutes in this game. Off the bench. Taniya Latson wrapped it around for Okot. How did she find her?
And making plays. This is Latson getting into the paint. Defense all goes to Latson.
Raven Johnson
again
feeds Okot. Gets the roll, and the Gamecocks have the lead.
The finish, it's a high pass. Okot doesn't bring it down, and then same thing here. Again, rolling right to the middle of the basket.
Turns away instead. Raven Johnson still looking for somewhere to go on Berry, and she outlasts her. Huge bucket, Raven Johnson.
And if Louisville is going to get into the foul game, they want to try and foul Joyce Edwards or Raven Johnson out on the floor.
Dripping with talent. Good on the first, and what a stroke. Roberts has 20, Reyna Scott has 15. They have both gotten to the cup. Inbounds to Hardy. Back out Roberts for 3. No! Okot on the rebound and fouled. Hardy the rebound, trying to secure it. She fires, and that's it. South Carolina wins it on the road at Louisville in an epic